Okay, let's talk about my DIY truck bed drawer system that I built. I watched a ton of videos on YouTube. Thought I'd make one just to show you guys my version. It might be helpful to some folks. The problem was I hated loading stuff in the truck, especially when we go camping, and like strapping stuff down, having to climb in the back of the truck. And I just wanted something a little more organized. The ones that I saw that you could buy were very expensive. This wasn't necessarily cheap. I'll say right up front, we were about $300 for 3/4 inch ACX plywood. You could do a lot of this cheaper if you wanted to. There were some places I could have cut corners, and then we were about $200 for the drawer slides. I was trying to avoid doing drawer slides at all, but I just ended up having to with the weight that I'm going to end up putting in the box. Let's do a little walk around of the outside. Okay, let's start with the door. I have some compression latches. Believe I got these on Amazon. I'll try and link everything in the description. These are some spring-loaded latches. There's some weather stripping you can see around the side that keeps the dust out. That was another thing. I hated opening up. We travel on a lot of desert roads, and you get to where you're going, open the tailgate, and the bed is just full of dust. Even with I have a Tuxedo cover. Here are some D-rings. They're bolted down with T-nuts on the inside because screws I felt just would have come out over time. Turnbuckle, and just to the factory D-rings. I have by the way, it's a 07 Toyota Tacoma double cab TRD off-road. I did put in, before I even started thinking about this box, I did put in these D-rings back here, right there. And those have a little plate, which it's like a large nut that goes at a drill hole in the wheel well, and attach those. That was to strap down some other stuff in the past, but they came in handy. So point being, you undo 4 turnbuckles, 2 on each side, and the whole thing slides out. It's not light, but it can be removed if I need to go get a big load of mulch, or I need the whole bed of the truck for whatever reason. I made it as wide as I could, but I still wanted access to grab my shovel. I wanted access to grab the high lift jack and maybe slide some smaller items on the side. Okay, let's check out the inside. Opens real nice and easy. Very little effort to open it up. You're looking at these are 48-inch heavy-duty drawer slides. Got those on Amazon. I really didn't want to do that. The goal of this project was not to have any hardware. There's a guy on YouTube who used the UHMW tape, and I thought I could get by with that. I thought I could make it slide pretty easily, and it did when the box was empty. But as soon as I started to load it up, it just didn't move. It didn't move as smoothly as I wanted to. I really had to force it open and closed. And that guy also had 2 separate drawers. And again, that may have worked if I had done 2 separate drawers. That would have been half the weight. Let's see. I'll do a close-up right now, show you the notch I had to make on the side. Okay, the drawer slides. These are 48-inch heavy-duty drawer slides, like I mentioned earlier. They required me to put they require 3/4 inch clearance. So I used my router and made a template and did a 1/4 inch notch, about a 1/4 inch deep, 3 inches tall, on the drawer, and then the same thing, a little hard to see, on the outer box right here. You can see that notch, and then I already had a 1/4 inch clearance to begin with, so that gave me my 3/4 inch clearance. They are bolted in rather than screwed. You can see These are some panhead machine bolts, and then on the other side are nylocks and fender washers. Moving on to the inside, let's get a look at the compression latch you might be interested in. So that's how you open it, close it, and it's got this little adjustable thing which interfaces with the latch on the upper part right here of the box. I will put a picture of it. It's basically a little catch for a storm door. I'll put a picture right here of what that looked like. It had a little bit of adjustability. There was also a thin one and a thick one, and that worked out perfect. I barely had enough room. I wanted my Truxedo to close, and there were a couple items that that I really wanted to fit. For example, I use a couple 5-gallon buckets. One's for trash. There's our camp toilet, and I wanted that to go in here. I didn't want to have to lay it on its side because that would utilize a lot of drawer space that I wanted for other things. Let's start on the right side. Let's start in the back, move our way forward. Fluids for the car, for my truck. And this is the only place so far that I've put a little divider. Just some strips of wood with some screws, and I can take this in and out if I need to. That's just something I really don't want spilling over and obviously leaking out. A little towel goes in there to keep everything in place, and so far it hasn't jostled around or moved at all. Some other bins of just electrical stuff, nuts and bolts, wrenches, tire repair kit, sockets. In this bin, some straps, stuff like that. My kind of main tool bag, blanket, some other wrenches and stuff. This one, just some other odds and ends, just small things. There's a hatchet, machete, stuff like that. Funnel. Like I said, we're going camping, so this is my ham radio stuff, a little clothes bag, my hat. That's our camp shower, our little pump sprayer camp shower. So all of this stuff wouldn't even be here. Kind of day-to-day stuff that always stays put is basically all of that. This stuff in the front comes out. And then this whole side would be empty normally. So like I said, I have my camp toilet, garbage, some other stuff for hiking. This is my recovery bag. My recovery bag with straps, stuff like that. There's my hiking pole, my boots, and I still have room to put stuff. So I love how this came together. I might do some other dividers later, but I like the fact that I can move things around. Speaking of moving things around, I made it so these bins can go on this side and the other orientation. Again, I was trying to plan for whatever our needs are. And it's so nice to pull up to camp, open up this drawer. Everything's clean, everything's dust free, and everything's organized how I want it. Let me show you how it closes. Closes up nice and easy. Latches up and you're ready to go. If you were doing this DIY project, I hope you were able to gain some tips and tricks. Again, I wanted to put this together just to help anybody thinking of doing this. I will put together some footage of us camping and what it all looks like when we're at camp and have it all set up. Alright, here's a quick video of us at camp. We're out in the Uintas. I just wanted to show the drawers all opened up and everything as it is. It's nice to just walk over from the trailer and just grab what I need. I'm getting ready for all the stuff I need for a hike for tomorrow. So getting everything out, and like I said, just wanted to show you guys a little shot of what it looks like when we're out and about.